Hey everyone, welcome. I'll try and get a shot on this one today. I got my Stetson on, my Stetson hat. It's cool because you can manipulate the brim any way you want. I haven't broken it in. I haven't worn. I've had this hat for a long time, but they're kind of cool because they're not a cowboy hat, but they can look like a cowboy hat if you wanted to. I'll start wearing it now. I'll get used to it. I got a good buddy from Georgia. He wears a hat like this, Gary. Gary, he's a landscaper. So I guess I should get I put how to paint a landscape in the title. So I have to talk loud because I got the iPad is charging right now. Let's start with a mountain. Uh, in a bluish color, any kind of blue color you want. And it could be like a dark blue. I'm putting a little black in this blue. We'll put like the horizon like down here today. It's a little more lower than halfway. Just kind of put a line there to get started. All right, let's do a mountain. I'm using water. I got a lot of water on this brush. But let's put the mountain more on this left side here. Not too high above your horizon. Start bringing it down low as it comes over here, like rugged. A lot of peaks there. You see that? Rugged mountains. This is how they look in Seattle. You occasionally got one high peak like that, and then the rest just kind of go straight across like this. Okay, there's our mountains, and down here at the bottom, just put a little bit of white on your brush now, a little bit of white, and just fill in the bottom with that white, and then blend it up into the blue a little bit. There you go. There's our mountain peak. Now I'm gonna have I want to have like a road in here. So with this blue, I'm just gonna design a road that's like gonna disappear off into the distance here. So we're gonna curve this road like this, and then the front part is gonna go like that. Okay, and this road's gonna kind of disappear because there's gonna probably be trees right here. It could either be a road or we could turn this into a river. This is fun. I like painting like it's just like on the fly. So I have sap green here. I'm just going to take that, even with the blue, there's still blue on my brush. And let's just fill this in with green under mountain here. Some green here. This is called blocking in. Just put in with the blue on your brush. All this is going to get covered. This is just the undertone, okay? And put the same green over here on this side. And this road, you can dip your brush in the water a little bit to get the paint to flow, okay? This is just our own, so you can get this paint here can be kind of runny. Doesn't have to be thick right now. As the painting progresses, then our paint will get thicker, okay? Oops. I guess I need to turn the camera towards the painting. There we go. So for road, we're going to use yellow ochre and burnt umber. Just mix those two together. And we're going to put that color in here for the road. Yellow ochre and burnt umber. Just fill this with that brownish color. I did rinse my brush off to green off of it. And I mixed burnt umber and yellow ochre. Because if you use burnt umber, it's a translucent color. It won't cover very well. So you got to mix another color with it. I mix all my colors. I mix. Okay, that's another tip. You got to mix something with the color. Doesn't matter. I don't care what color it is. You can't just use that color out of the tube. Mix it with something, okay? If you don't know what to mix with, just put a little white in it, titanium white or mix paint. All right, there we go. Let's do the sky next. The sky is going to be dark bluish gray. So take the blue that you use for your mountain and add some black to it. Just a little black. Start up here on the top. Eye up here. Really dark blue. This is this blue with black in it, okay? And as we come down, I'll up as we come down. But for now, bring it dark. Make it dark all the way down to about here. You're not going to blow up. Well, when you have a dark sky like this, the clouds are going to look awesome. So I'm still mixing a little black in my blue that I used. Now down here, let's grab a little white on your brush, titanium white. Don't rinse your brush off, and add it a little and put some white down here at the bottom of the blue, and then start bringing it down towards the mountain now. Titanium white. Just mix the blue and then bring it down towards the mountain and lighten it up just around the mountains here. Titanium. You can wet your brush just a little. Grab your white and then bring it right down to the mountains. The mountains are probably dry enough now where it won't mess it up because this acrylic paint, it dries pretty fast. I put that in the title on this is acrylic, so don't get it confused with oil. It's going to look like an oil painting when it's done, but this is acrylic. Alright, so you can see how dark and light around the mountain, okay? That looks pretty good. Now, let's add a little white up this area. Just wet your brush, grab some titanium white, and let's just make a few streaks. We'll have it coming down this way, like some streaks coming. Okay, just like that. Now, what we're going to do is blend that in. So, rinse your brush off. I'm going to grab a bigger brush now. It's a filbert brush, pretty big, but it's an acrylic. It's soft. So I'm going to kind of dry it off, and we're going to come up here and blend this white just very lightly, and then wipe your brush every once in a while. You want dark spots in here. You can just lightly blend the white into the dark blue, and then wipe your brush to wipe the color out. Because we want to keep, like I said, don't kill all the dark spots because it looks cool. If you over blend it, you'll lose all these darker areas. This is just background clouds is what I just made. There's going to be more clouds over the top of that by the time we finish this painting. This is looking pretty good. So there's going to be a lot of trees down here and bushes. So let's do the mountains right now, because then we're going to lighten up this grass that's way in the distance. I'll show you do it. So I don't know how much if you used a knife. But for this painting, I'll use a brush to put the color on the mountain. So a round brush to put the color up there. So I'm going to use white and then put a little bit of my blue in the white. Just a little. It's gonna be a light blue. Now come up to one of the peaks here on the right hand side and put a little bit of color on it. Just about that much on every peak. Just start with a little. Everywhere you see a peak. Just a little bit of color. Now we're going to bring the color down a little further now and extend it out. Extend the color out. Like make the mountain long, okay? This is a quick way to highlight a mountain. I'm basically just putting the color on the right side for now. And then we'll put a fills in here like this. Just run some color down into the grass. This other side, grab some of that dark blue you used in the sky. And we're going to come up here and act like we have a knife in our hand and just pull down and to the left a little. Grab some more of that dark blue. Pull your brush down. You like if it's a knife, and put this dark color underneath the white. Everywhere you have white, just to the left and underneath it, even underneath it here. Okay, you want that. It's like creating a shadow. This is a good way to, easy way to do a mountain without using a knife. Now blend it now, so I'll take a clean filbert brush, clean it with water, and we're going to come in and blend. Let's blend the lower section first. You're going to have to wet your brush just a little, and we're going to blend the lower part of the white. Wherever you have, take your brush and lightly blend it. It could be a little or a lot. Doesn't matter, because it's going to soften the mountain. If you overdo it, that's fine. Down here. Now clean your brush, and now we're going to do the blue side. You're going to blend the blue now. The dark blue. All right, there's the mountain. It's done. Wow. That looks great. Doesn't that look cool? You got a mountain there in very nice. All right, now it's for a fan brush. I recommend using like an oil fan brush. This is acrylic paint, but use a fan brush that is made for oil paint, because it's a lot stiffer, okay? So now we're going to use, you're going to mix sap green with some black. I'll show you how I do it. So here's some green right here. Let me move some of it out of the way. Take some sap green and just take a little black and mix it into the sap green. It's going to get really dark, okay? That's alright. We're going to use that for our trees and our leaves. Then we'll highlight them later. We want to start with the dark green color. See how dark that is? Alright, we're going to put a row of trees back here under the mountain with the fan brush. We're going to have them look like they're going off into the distance. So we'll start over here, really small, and just touch it with your, and bring it down like this at an angle, okay? Get some more paint on your brush. Leave this side small, and then over here we're going to come up a little bit into the mountain, the bottom of the mountain. And we're going to fill in with dark green. This is dark green, okay? Okay, now your brush just a little. Use a paper towel in your hand, and you're going to pull the bottom just a little. Blend it. Blend it into that other green that's there. Just pull the bottom out a little bit. There we go. See how it looks like the trees are going off to the back there? Down here in the grass, we're going to use, we're going to set the fan brush to the side. And we're going to go back to our filbert brush that we put all the colors up. And we're going to put Naples yellow underneath the trees, okay? Wet your brush a little, grab some Naples yellow, and mix a little, maybe we'll mix some yellow ochre in it, because you want to mix the colors. Now, right at the bottom of the trees, let's just pull this color out. Right at the bottom of the trees. Naples yellow with yellow ochre. Straight out. You can pull this longer here and then get all the way back here. Just like that. Cool. I'm going back to the fan brush. We're going to put some trees over here now. That dark green color. Let's put, we'll just touch some bushes right here. Bring it down to the road. And then pull the bottom to the right while it's wet. If you don't pull it while it's wet, it'll get dry on you. Okay, let's do some easy trees here. So let's put some big evergreen trees going up here. You could do this, make a line going down, and then use the corner of your brush, and then just stay small up here, and as you come down, just get wider at the bottom. Okay, and take your time, make it look like a green tree, and then fill in. I like to fill in the middle part. See the branches? Let's do it behind it here, a little shorter. Same way, small up here, just touch the corner and get wider at the bottom. I'll show you how to highlight those. Let's do another one next to this big one. Really close. Keep it close to it. Make this one near. Wet your brush a little if you need to. And we'll make a small one here. And we'll do one more. We'll do a little baby one here. There we go. Doesn't that look cool? See how I had the road disappear behind the trees? That's how I planned it, so. Now with the fan brush, you can put a hint of some tree top here if you want. Just flatten, when you get the paint, flatten the brush out a little, and then just kind of touch it like this up here, and make some extra tops like this. Okay. So it looks like treetop. You don't have to do it all the way down. If you want to go all the way down, you can, but we want to give it an that they're getting smaller going that way. It's looking pretty good. Let's see if anybody's actually watching. Check my chat. Bob Boy, good art. Thank you. Life is what you make it. Tofu, huh? Thanks for watching, everyone. I appreciate it. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. I'm going to finish putting the bushes in now around this road. Fan brush. Just touch your brush. Make bushes here. Pull the bottom out onto the road. Just a little. I'll show you how to highlight these bushes. Now let's run up the bushes all the way down the road. Get smaller back here. Like that. And then on the other side, we'll have bushes here. Pull the bottom, give that hard edge. Okay. Very cool. So there's going to be one more big tree over here, but we got to highlight these trees first before we put that big tree in. So we got to make a light color, okay, a light green or a light blue. Let's use a light blue. So rinse, what I do is I'll rinse that fan brush off and clean it. And we're going to make a light blue. Just mix blue and white together. It's a light blue, maybe like that up there. And what we're going to do is touch just the right side of these trees with the corner and bring it down all the way. Really small touches. Don't bring them down. All these back here, just do halfway like this. You're just highlighting the side so it looks like trees. The one side, you're just taking color on it. See how it looks like trees there now? And then these look like trees way in the back there. Okay, that's a light blue. light blue. And then you got these small ones you can just barely touch the top part there. That works. Let's actually put a tree right here. Rinse your brush off and grab some more of that dark. And we're going to put a tree right here. That way I can show you how to highlight this tree as well. Pull the bottom. This will be the shadow of that tree. Let's highlight these trees with that light blue now. A really light blue. Sun's coming in on the right, so you're just going to touch with the corner on the tip of the branch, just on the right side. Really small touches, okay? You want to leave some of the dark color. Really small with the corner of the brush. Get some more paint on there. This is called highlighting. You're actually creating the branches, see? If you do that, it's going to look like this. It's going to look flat, okay? So you have to put this color on there. The reason why I'm doing it on the right side, because this sun's hitting. The sun's back here, up here in the right, coming down right on those trees. Isn't that cool? Cool technique. Let's do this one, light blue. Leave this side dark. The reason I'm using blue is because, I mean, the whole painting is about blue color, so you could use green, but believe it or not, this is going to turn green because blue, that's how you get green. You mix blue, so that's going to soak into that green and it's going to turn green. This is looking really good. Look at that road. Doesn't that road look cool? The perfect colors. Those burnt umber and yellow ochre. It's a nice color, this. This is really cool looking. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-da. I wish I was right there now, walking on that trail. Man. I really do. I almost want to raise, let me get into the picture here a little. There I am. I got my Stetson hat on tonight. Welcome everyone. Welcome to my studio. Here's the crazy world spinning. This is looking really good. I do these paintings because I sell them on the weekends here in Seattle. People love landscapes. But man, look at that color. That's burnt umber and yellow ochre. Keep that in mind if you ever want a dirt road like that. So it's about equal, mixed at equal. Yeah, man, I wish I was on this trail right now, Ruben. I think that tree needs a friend, Bob Ross would say. Let's put another tree next to it. Maybe a couple of them. I'll put one on an angle. I think it just looks better when there's more trees in there. I gotta let that dry before I can highlight it. I'll highlight the bushes right now. So we're going to use a blue again, but a little stronger on the blue color now. Just a little stronger on that than that. So what I like to do is start and create maybe something down, some of the ones dark. You gotta imagine that these are like going off that way. So you want to just the top part of it and bring it down a little so it looks like it's hard to explain, but you can see now I got 1, 2, 4 bushes there. Same thing on this side. We're going to start in the front and make a bush here. Let's lighten these up a little more so we can see it. Just add a little white to it. Make a bush here. And one here. I'm leaving the bottom dark. And then we can just keep going down the line here. Same thing here. We'll just create some bushes here under the trees. That really quick. Somehow I got a little too much white on there. Alright, let's make some bushes underneath these trees. Start high and go down. One, two, three, four, 5 bushes there. Alright, now I can highlight these trees, these buddies. He's got some buddies now. There we go. I'm going to lighten all these trees. I'm going to wipe my brush off, take some of the color off of it. I'm just going to hit the top parts of these trees here, just to lighten them up. Okay, just like that. So it looks like there's light hitting down on it. It's looking really good. So I'm going back to my brush and I'm going to make this grass really green now. I'm going to make, I'm going to mix yellow and blue. And maybe a little green and a little white, just to create a different green color for down here. Because if you remember, all this green was our undertone, so we want to add more color to it now to darken it up. Now, I'm going to put a little white on my brush and lighten it up just a little. Too much white. I'm going to rinse my brush off and then just blend this green, blend it into the green now, that white. Burnt umber underneath the bushes. I'm going to put some dirt. Okay. This is looking really good. Bada bing, bada boom. Look at that sky, man. That sky is so cool. I was going to put a tree like right here. A tall, I don't want to mess, this looks so good here, I don't want to cover it up. I mean, that would complete the picture. We need to in the foreground. Now, if you don't want this to be dirt, you could make this a river, okay? Just make it blue. I kind of like the dirt better. I guess that's all I'm going to do on the landscape. It's up to you. If you want to put another tree here, you can. I'm going to do the clouds now. I do white clouds, but then I'll darken them up a little bit. I'm in white, and then I'll add shadows to them. So put some clouds in here. I'm using a fan brush. I'm going to have these clouds look like up into the distance here. Got to wet your brush just a little to pull this out. Wow. That's a cool cloud right there, man. I really like it. You could also use you could use a filbert brush, but I just like to use the brush. Doesn't that look cool on that dark color? Let's do another one. Now you can wet your brush a little. Now we're going to make this cloud look like it's off into the distance as well over here. That is so cool. So I'm going to use a dark, like a bluish cow. Not dark, a light, like the color we used on the trees here. And I'm going to put in some shadows here on these clouds. You can put this blue anywhere you want underneath. The thing is, though, you got to blend it in now. So rinse your brush off, and then kind of dry it a little bit, and then come in here and blend that blue into the white. Just kind of blend it in there. There we go. And it looks like like shadows. It looks pretty good if you do it like on the bottom, because it looks like the cloud has some depth, you know. It helps make the cloud round. That looks pretty good. think I'm going to leave it like that for now because I'm getting tired. I'm going to go to bed. And I'm going to put a few birds up there. That is so wicked. I never, you could put a few branches out here too if you want. Just kind of wiggle your brush a little when you make those branches. I used to call them twigs, and somebody liked that because I always kept saying twigs in my videos. So now I say branches. Here goes another twigs. Can't call them twigs anymore. They're branches. All right, there you go, guys. Your first landscape. Don't forget to sign your painting. There we go. Let me give you a straight shot of that. It's only about 80% done. There's still a lot to do, but I'm getting tired. Really cool layout, though. I like that. Makes me want to go on a trail tomorrow. Did you guys see my Charlie Chaplin painting? Did you see my Stetson hat ribbon? Let me show you my hat. I've had this for like 5 years, never wore it. It's still brand new. There's my Stetson hat. I like it because you can shape it, you know. There we go. Stetson hat. It's going to be my new painting hat. Hey, Jaya in October. How you doing? The night ball. Yeah, you know what? When you have a dark eye, I like them too, but if you add too much yellow and orange in it, I think it takes away from the drama here. That's what I did the other day. I like this painting, but I don't know if I like this orange and yellow in here because it just, this more, I don't know, it looks richer or something. It's hard to explain. Yeah, I like the dark skies too. Never finished this up here, but I still got to finish all this up here and finish the dirt. Put right here and highlight maybe this left side with light. This painting's only about 80% done. But I like it. Should put a bear on that trail. Big old black bear. The black bears are easy to paint. I mean, they're easy to fit into your painting without making it look off a little. It's hard to explain. When you put an animal in your painting, it needs like the rest of the painting. So it's kind of hard to do that. There's there's a certain way you got to paint that animal so it matches the whole technique of the painting, or it's going to look funny. All right, guys, I'm going to bed. Have a good night.